But the thing is I always give up on it. I would maybe need surgery and then try to find it. No recommended for using after you get surgery. Because then once you get all your motion back, after that, if you want to take care of your arm, if you wear maybe the sleep could help.
That's what I'm thinking. And then you usually see on that, you have to
And is he having time to rehab?
he went to it.
That's a big thing. It's a home run.
And I get it. It's a kid. But I don't need to.
It's such a motion. It's hard to say. I didn't want to wear a sling. I was supposed to have the box on and I took it out. It's really my was supposed to be not like this. It's supposed to be like that. So and now he's at work. Yeah. Which is he should see that. He's running too. He should see it.
Oh, yeah.
He wears
Looked like he was playing things yesterday.
for 3 years.
Yeah, we
And they these you get it so before you should be
negative coaches. Don't wrap people in
Yeah.
All right, folks. Jaron Peoples, Jason Cavazos here at ARP, and we are just trying to get some tech things worked out. Not having a little bit of internet issues, but we're going to see what we can do here. Thanks for tuning in. If we have any issues, if it freezes up a little bit, just know that we are working on it. All right, we'll start with defense for our behind the plate. It's going to be Brendan Dark. Second base is Matt Lowe. Aiden Ponce is going to be third base. All right, here we go. Shortstop, Brody McDowell. Second base, Matthew Lowe. Kane Quiburn at first. Hudson Orpineda left field. Isaac Post pitching for the Tigers. And Brody McDowell playing shortstop and Brendan Dark catching. A.B. Martin's designated hitter. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Got Leighton Shelburne in center field, and right field is Will Sanford. Just got to throw them in there too.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
I know you're going through the lineup trying to get everything, all the tech stuff's worked out. So
yeah. Thanks for helping me out there. Kind of a scattered start here. All right, here we go.
Down for a ball, so the count's 1-1 at this point. And Poe he's a younger player. Does a real good job. Ground ball to shortstop. Brody McDowell makes the play to Clyburn. That's one out.
It's one out.
Now we got Cooper Whitus coming up. I think I've seen Cooper playing against him. I think I've seen him play at least 3 positions. I mean, the kid's an athlete.
Very versatile. Fouls that one away. Coop does. With one out, nobody on.
You got this, 21.
Ball a little outside.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a young pitcher, and ARP is kind of a pitcher-friendly park. You don't see a lot of balls fly out of here. Not much wind to help it out today either.
How's that one away? We're even up at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here at the top of the first. And again, if our pitcher's kind of freezing up a little bit, just not great internet, so we're working on it here. Thanks for tuning in. Ball's low. Brings our count to full. Nobody on. 1 out here. Whitus at the plate. High inside, ball 4. Whitus will be on the base pads. And that will bring up Jackson Prince, designated hitter tonight. So 1 man on. So 1 man on. Throws back. 1-0 the count. Widest back in time. One ball, no strikes. Poe from the stretch delivers a pitch. It's high. It's 2-0 now the count.
About the time I talk about no wind, then we start getting some little just here and
Yeah,
there,
you can hear it, yeah.
playing with the mics.
Throws back. Good throw there by Dark. A little to the right. Widest back in plenty of time. 3-0 the count, though. Three-0 pitch. Called strike. Right down the pipe.
Yeah, Prince was taking all the way on that one. He was going to make him throw him one first.
Chat with us. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. As Prince is on the base pads. Colt Bullard at the plate now. Hits one deep in left field. Orpernez coming over, goes in foul territory. I believe he makes the sliding catch. I couldn't really see.
Yeah, it looks like he made a sliding catch in foul territory. Bullard got a hold of the ball pretty well,
He did.
But there's just nothing to help it out here. So just great play by Orpineda to get the second out.
Yeah, when that thing came off the bat, it looks like it was really going to have something on it, and I think it just the wind just did not let it go anywhere.
Yeah, the wind right now is blowing in from looks like from left center, so that definitely didn't help his case any.
Fouls that one away.
Ball down low, so he got a 1-1 count now.
And again, we do apologize if it's kind of stuttering a little bit, internet issues.
Yeah, who would ever thought that a little old town of 9. I'm from here, I can.
Strike two, so it counts at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was a beautiful breaking pitch. Started on the outside, just, I don't know if Hines thought it was going to stay out, but it just broke in beautifully over the plate for strike 2. Just a great pitch by Poe.
That one's fouled away. Count will remain at 2-2. 2 guys on, though, for the Eagles. called time here. And went fouled away behind us, out of the play. I was a little nervous there for a minute. I sure got a whole lot of stuff here. It didn't hit our camera, did it?
No, no, it was a little to the side of it.
Yeah. I was a little nervous. Either way, count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good lead off here. Ball hit over the third, gets it, tags out. Side will be retired. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 1 here. We'll be back here on Edison. Welcome back. And Edison broadcast, you know that typically real clear picture and such. But again, internet issues prevent us from having just a super clear picture.
So we got Aiden Ponce up to bat. Tristan Berry on the mound. First pitch. Foul ball.
Good hard throw there by Barry. Barry's one of the young guys that's really coming along for Coach Russell and the Eagle squad. The 0-1 pitch. Off speed hit high center field. Caden Tatum out there makes the call, makes the catch.
Now we got Matthew Lowe up, the second baseman for the Tigers. Oh, 1 the count. Called strike 2 on the outside.
Well, outside pitch, ball 1.
And that's a good waste pitch. See if he's amped up enough to chase.
That one's low in the dirt. I can't say turf dirt tonight. We got real dirt out here.
No turf dirt tonight. It's kind of like the internet. It's all old school out here.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's hit high, shallow right. Hines comes over, makes the play. Out number 2. Good play there by the junior Cody Hines.
We got Caden Clyburn batting from the left side now. Caden was not, he was voted pitcher of the week by the Tatum Morning Telegraph for last week's games.
For last week's games, yeah, against Troop. High outside. Man, not a bad pitch at all. Just look like the official's not going to give much on the low part of the zone. He's going to keep things well above the knees, top part of the kneecaps, it looks like.
Yeah, we're still early. Everybody's trying to figure out the strike zone anyway.
2-0 pitch.
Same
spot.
Same height.
Yeah. Not getting it.
But the one thing about it I will say, and I'm not saying, we're still early in this game, so I can't say good or bad, but I would take a consistent umpire any day, even if I don't totally agree with their strike zone.
Any day. That one's low. So, Quibbering on the base pads. 2 outs, though, bottom of the first.
Now another one from the left side. That's going to be the right fielder, Will Sanford. Will flash a little power. I believe he's got 2 home runs on the season. That one's going to be a little on the outside. Maybe a little down. It just depends on, like I said, hits the lower part of his strike zone. That one's going to be right on the outside half of the plate, but definitely in the strike zone. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike. Nope, ball's going to be down. And Clyburn on first he's not known as a speed threat, but he's smart on the base pass in a lot of ways. He will steal a base on you. Just if you don't pay attention as a pickoff attempt. Clyburn is back. So we got a 2-1 count now on Sanford. Down in that lower part of that area that the umpire does not like. So now Barry's got to make an adjustment. 3 pitches this at bat have all been down. And I'm sure that ball has been called a strike with different umpires. This umpire is not giving that, so he does have to make a little bit of an adjustment. So 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. So the count is full. You have 2 outs, so Clyburn on first is probably going to be on the move on the pitch.
I'm good, Tristan.
Clyburn goes, ball hit to second, easy play, and that ends the bottom of the first. So one runner left, no runs scored. Score still 0-0.
Welcome back, folks. Jaron Peoples, Jason Cavazos. Again, I just want to continually apologize kind of for the internet and maybe kind of spotty picture there. I usually come with a plan A, B, and C, and I did, but
We needed D today.
we need a D today. But we're getting it. So hang with us.
Isaac Poe still on the mound for the Tigers, bringing up about to face his counterpart, Tristan Berry, the Tatum pitcher.
Time called. Fouls that one away. Top of the second here.
One strike on Berry at this point. High ball.
One ball, one strike.
Swing and a miss by Berry, so that's now one. The count is 1-2.
And that's one of those just above chest, look like beach balls.
Look like,
It's
yeah,
so
right
man.
there. Anything up there close to my eye levels, everything just looks better.
Yeah. 1-2 pitch. Called strike
Called
three.
strike three.
We got Dustin Hennigan, call him Henny. For the Eagles. One out, nobody on.
Outside and down on that pitch.
Gets a hold of that one, goes in the left field. Orpineda sits over.
Never saw it.
He couldn't find it. Henny rounds first, goes into second. I think he lost it in the lights. So it's a double for Dustin Hennigan. It looked like he had a track, but I think he just had a hard
thought
time.
he was camped under it till I saw it start to come down, and he was a good 15 foot away from it.
Yeah, again, I think he just maybe lost it. Cannon Smith at the plate now. A man on second with one out. Outside pitch.
And if you're Tatum, you want that run. You're in scoring position with less than 2 outs. You know, you want that run. That's for sure. One and one. Post got that. He seems to have his off speed. That looks like that curveball working pretty well early in this. Let's see what kind of adjustment Tatum makes.
The 1-1 pitch. Now it gets past the catcher. Henny able to scamper over to third safely, standing up.
So now number 10 is looking for something to elevate. He wants something deep to the outfield. Nothing else. Sack fly, run scored. Anything to the right side would be nice too. Three balls, one strike now to Smith. Called strike on the inside, Black. The fans behind us didn't like that one too much, but I'm not behind the plate. Oh, and throws him with the curveball. So now you have 2 outs, runner on third, and that brings up Caden Tatum. the center fielder for the Eagles. Posing the windup at this point. Foul ball.
Come on, man. Here we go. Ready to go wild pitch.
0-1 count. Post delivers.
Hits one over to third. He has a hard time up with it. Henny comes in to score. So Tatum's on top.
Hennigan comes in, scores on the E5. Brings back to the top of the order where you got Grant Adcock coming up.
Adcock coming up, 2 outs.
Go, Grant.
Top of the second. Gets a good hold of one in the left field. Opernay keeps coming, makes the catch. Side's retired. So we'll come in for the bottom of the second, but the Eagles put one across. We'll be back here on NetSN.
All right, we're coming into the bottom of the second now. Still have Barry on the mound for the Eagles and A.B. Martin, the DH for the Tigers, coming up to bat. A.B.'s going to bat from the left side. Right now the score is 1-0 Tatum Eagles. And bear with us if you see some kind of hideous monster get into the camera real quick. Not much I can say about that. But, you know, we do what we can. So both teams are still trying to figure out the strike zone. I'm not saying the umpire has a bad strike zone. I'm just saying he has his own strike zone. Usually the second time through, you're going to see a little more offense. You know, so far from what I can tell, this guy likes just around a little above the knee. But he has been consistent, so that's what we like to see is, you know, players, coaches. I love to see it just as a fan of the game. So here we go. A.B. Martin stepping in. Barry on the mound in the windup. First pitch. Swing and a miss. That'd be strike one. A.B. Martin is a multi-sport athlete. He plays football, basketball, baseball, you name it. Great kid as he takes outside for 1 ball, 1 strike. And the windup and the pitch. Foul back almost straight at us. Good thing we have these nice nets up here because I can't afford to replace any of this equipment.
All right, we're going to make a camera adjustment just a little bit at the switch of the.
Pitch.
That one hit. Hines scoops it up, fires to first, gets him.
4-3 put out. 1 down, which will bring up number 7, the left fielder, Hudson Orpineda. Try to combine both of his names at once. Orpineda also bats from the left side. Arp has got a lot of left-handed batters.
We noticed that the other night.
Swing and a miss.
Good pitch here by Barry.
I did coach a team in ARP. It was during recreational baseball. But I did coach a team in ARP that we had 2 right-handers on the entire team.
There's something in the water over here, huh?
They say if you ain't right, you're wrong. I had a lot of wrong people. So that makes 2 strikes now. 0-2 count to Orpineda. Made the infield really interesting.
The 0-2 pitch from Barry. Out of the play on the left side. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low outside. He's not chasing. Not a bad 0-2 pitch at all.
No, definitely. I mean, if it's competitive, that's all you ask for.
Barry rocks and fires. Hit one. What's going to be foul territory?
Out of
the play.
See, we put the camera that way just so you could see where that foul ball went.
Yeah,
we're always thinking about our audience over here.
Yeah, I am going to adjust the camera so we get a little bit better view of the pitcher and the pitch. So just as soon as we go to the third inning, I'll try to switch that. That one's out of play as well. So count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Barry from the windup. Ball's hit. Smith picks it up, fires to first. He gets him. What a play by Cannon Smith. Excuse me, Cole Bullard to Cannon Smith. So Bull does a great job scooping that up, firing, so he's retired. Great play there again by Bullard.
That brings up Leighton Shelburne, the center fielder for the Tigers.
2 outs, nobody on. Here comes a pitch from Barry. Swing and a miss. That was just a little outside.
I'm going to call it down, too, because that was down in that area.
1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, that kind of no-no zone for this official.
Not his zone.
Now that one, hell, a few inches to the top.
That one tipped the scale. I would say that one is probably the bottom of the zone. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. He's retired. All right, so that will send us to the bottom or the top of the 3rd inning. The Eagles still on top 1-0. We'll be right back here on Edison.
Okay, so we are back. We got a temporary camera going on right now while we make adjustments to the main one. Got number 21, Cooper Whitus up to bat. Walked last time up. Poe delivers the first pitch strike. Score is 1-0 Tatum at this point. Curveball in, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to the shortstop from Tatum. Inside on him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind up and the pitch. Down and away. Evens things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Line drive down to right field for a single for Whitus. Brings up Jackson Prince, the DH. Jackson also walked last at bat. Showing bunt at this time. Poe checks on Whitus at first. Nothing going on at this point. Prince squares, pulls back, ball 1. Prince is batting for the right field, no strikes. Cooper Whitus, he feinted a steal on that one. I'm not sure if that got in the pitcher's head or not, but regardless, here we are, 3 balls, no strikes. Jackson Prince showing bunt. Ball 4. So now you have first and second with no out. And that brings up Colt Bullard. Flew out to left field last time at bat. Poe's going to try to get something going. Infield fly rule is in effect. So a fly ball anywhere around the infield that would be a routine play would be an out on the batter. Fouled off. One strike on the batter at this point. He flew out to left field last time, but it was loud contact. I think the wind had picked up at that point and kind of held it. Made it a pretty easy play for Orpineta over and left. Fouled this one off. Out of play to right. No balls, 2 strikes. And if I'm Poe, I mean, Bullard can he can hit pretty hard. If I'm Poe, I'm gonna keep this one well out of the wheelhouse. And he hits it. And as a coach, looks like Coach Clyburn is going to come out, the pitching coach for ARP, and talk. Obviously not ideal at that point. No balls, 2 strikes to hit the batter, but, you know, these are kids. So bases loaded, nobody out. And that's going to bring up Cody Hines, who was out on a fielder's choice to the third baseman last at bat. Hit one right to Aiden Ponce, who just stepped on the bag for a force at third.
got that side. They're trying to get.
Go, Cody.
No, it's getting that side. It's pretty good.
So here we go. Cody Hines stepped into the box.
Here we go, Cody.
Isaac Poe on the mound. Bases loaded, no outs. Comes set. And the pitch. Called strike one.
Right here, Cody.
That's what I'm trying to fix. Just get this. Just worry about this. I'm gonna try to get that card. Run back to it.
Poe set and the pitch. High. So you got 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded. And he's in the wind up and the pitch. Single to the right side. Right fielder comes up with it. Kind of stutters with the ball a little bit. And he slides in. 2 runs scored. Tatum now 3-0 over the Arc.
Good look there by Cody again. We talked about this last game. He's really come on, particularly the last 2 weeks or so. He didn't get to do a lot of swinging over the offseason, so it's taken a little bit to kind of warm up. But he's really in a stride and had a great night the other night.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll probably catch some flack from parents, but you know, I scored that a single with a 1 base error.
Okay, well.
So, but he did his job. Hitting it to the right side was all he needed to do, but he hit it hard to the right side, got through for that single. Right fielder just didn't field it well that time.
That one's in the dirt.
So, you know, Tristan Berry up to bat, you know he's got to love this right now. Obviously, anytime you're a starting pitcher and your guys are pouring on some runs, that's always a good thing.
Let you breathe a little easier, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's high.
2 balls now. Two more runners in scoring position for the Eagles. Still no outs in the inning.
Two guys in scoring position. High, tight, little inside.
And this is kind of what we talked about. This third inning, you're going second time around at this pitcher. One thing I will say about Tatum is they just seem to make good adjustments.
Called strike on the inside corner. You know, and I think, Jason, you might can help me, but I think it was last season. It was either last season or 2 seasons ago. I think it was last season where Arp against Tatum here on this field, 3-1 pitch, it's high. Did something where they changed pitchers out every inning.
Yes, that was the second time through. They changed pitchers every inning. About the second half of the season, it went that way.
And the game ended up being a pretty close game.
Yeah, it was a 5-4 game.
Yeah.
I will say this. We had a drop fly ball for the third out that the score would have ended up 3-4 Arp.
Yeah. I mean, it was a tight shot over the shortstop. Comes up, gets the one at second, throws it to first, double play.
But the run scores.
So they do score 1 on that, like you said.
Got your button over there.
So you got Cannon Smith up.
You got your 2 buttons. No.
Ball 1, ball outside. Another ball. Tatum with 3 across this inning already. 4-0 Tatum at this point. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2s all across.
2-2 pitch. Low outside, that'll bring us to a full. Payoff pitch, fouled away.
We'll do it again.
This wouldn't work.
And the pitch.
How's that one away? Out of
Foul
play.
out of play. And right in the bag.
So full count.
You know, usually these foul balls, they go behind the bleachers, back over off on the softball field. We've had more hit in the crowd area tonight than I've seen in 6 years of coming to this park.
Hit into center field. Center fielder's coming over, makes the catch, retires aside. They'll leave one on, but put some more on the board. So going into the bottom of the third, the Eagles lead 4-0. We'll be right back.
Coming up for Arp now will be the pitcher, Isaac Poe, for his first at-bat of the contest.
Barry's still on the mound.
Arp's had one base runner so far this entire game, and that was off the walk Clyburn drew. So I would say Tristan Berry's been pretty effective. The windup and the pitch.
Fouls that one away.
Just sign and wind up again.
High tight. Called strike. Good pitch there by Barry.
Counts now 1-2.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
He's retired.
Next up's going to be the shortstop, number 13, Brody McDowell. It's his first at-bat. He is the 9-hole hitter. Started that good 6-4-3 double play last inning. Barry in the wind-up, and he delivers. Down and away. And the bunt attempt straight to just to the side of the mound. Barry makes the play with no problem. It's going to be out number 2. Now we're back to the leadoff position. Aiden Ponce. He flew out to center field his first at bat. Foul out of play.
That's the way to move.
Got him to chase just a little bit on that one. That was down and away. No balls, 2 strikes. And struck him out with the off speed.
Good job, guys.
So 3 up, 3 down. 2 by the strikeout for Barry.
All right, we'll be right back here on That Is Sin. All right, welcome back, folks.
We're at the bottom of the order for the Eagles. The center fielder, Tatum, due up to bat. Reached on an error his last at bat. Isaac Post still on the mound for the Tigers. Tatum's last at bat, they had 3 runs, 2 hits, left 2 men on base. High on the outside for a ball.
We're at the top of the 4th. The Eagles up 4-0.
Get picky. Be picky, lads. Your pitch.
Shows bunt, pulls back. Ball 3. Ball 4.
Four-pitch walk issued by Poet to start the inning.
Let's go, Tatum.
Go, Grant.
Just like Coach Moore coming out, taking the ball.
Yeah, so before Adcock comes up, it looks like we are going to have a pitching change here for the Tigers. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for this pitching change here on the NSN. We'll be right back.
So we got a pitch and change. Brody McDowell is going to leave shortstop and go to the mound. It'll end Isaac Poe's day there. Mason Wallace will replace McDowell at short. Other than that, no real defensive changes noted.
So I think Wallace will come in for Poe.
Yeah, Wallace comes in Poe spot, batting the eight hole. Wallace ends the day allowing 4 runs. Believe 3 were earned. I'm not 100% on that. But just going off the top of my head.
Hey, let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. I think we've got some of our tech issues straightened out as much as possible. Owner, founder, grand poobah of NetSN, Brett Sweeney's here to I had to call in tech support. And so he's giving us a hand.
I'm pretty cheap.
Appreciate him coming out.
So we're at the leadoff spot now for Tatum. Grant Adcock coming up. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to first, fly out to left.
He's got a man on, though.
Yeah, he does have a man on now.
Good solid hit in the left center field. Around second. Adcock into second. Tatum holds up at third. But you got 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position here for the Eagles with no outs. Great double for Adcock in the no man's land in left center field.
You're going to be generous on that one. I'm giving him a single with
No, come on, no.
I'm giving him a
He
single.
hit the gap.
He hit the gap, and if they would have threw it if they threw it to second instead of towards the cutoff man, he'd have been gunned out.
I'm a man of the people, okay?
I get it. I get it. I'm a hard scorer. I'm not going to lie.
Ask him what hat he's wearing. I got him a brand new hat today. He's still gonna put it on. He wore that Tatum hat.
Ball's in the dirt.
JP edition.
Good block by Dart.
Karen. That was special.
Whitus has a single and a walk, so he's 1 for 1 on the day. And the 1-0 pitch.
From the windup, he delivers it. A little low.
That's that zone again.
Called strike.
Ball in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I'll show you one.
3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. 2 guys on in scoring position. Upstairs, ball 4, bases will be juiced for Jackson Prince.
And Prince is 0 for 0 with 2 walks. So he's shown a lot of patience at the plate today.
Chat with us. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. Once you push subscribe, wait a couple minutes, they'll let you chat. Fouls away.
Ooh. Umpire took the brunt of that one.
He's been umpiring a while, and because I see him every year, and it's probably not the first time that's happened.
No, I guarantee it, but I guarantee it.
It doesn't feel good anytime.
It is horrible every time. I got hit. Last time I got hit like that, it was during a 12U game, and it hurt. I thought it broke my jaw. And this guy's up here with 18, depends on which school, 20-year-olds.
That equipment's probably a little more protected now.
Hey, that wasn't but a couple years ago. somebody said the equipment's probably a little more updated by now, but yeah, it hurt.
Bases loaded, no outs. Prince at the plate. Called strike.
Good breaking pitch.
It broke right at the tail end of the plate there.
A good spot to miss. That's a good competitive pitch for an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Placed it well.
I mean, but Prince has shown, if nothing else, he's shown with his 2 walks tonight that he is very patient, very disciplined hitter.
It's a dribble over to first. He's able to beat it out, McDowell. And then 2 runs come in. So how about that? A 2 RBI infield single.
Infield single.
Good. I thought you was going to put that as an E.
No. No, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due, but
it was hit in no man's land there, and again it pulled Cliburn out just enough. It's gonna make getting back tough, and Prince used his wheels well and reached safely, and 2 runs came in. So we got runners on the corners here.
yeah, and you wonder, you've got to watch the rotation in the infield, and you have to watch the PFP, constant pitcher fielding. I wasn't paying attention exactly what all the positions were doing, but somebody should have been there even if Clyburn was pulled off the bag.
Well, with bases loaded, especially, right, it's hard because everybody has a job. Goes back. So Colton Buller, they call him Bull, up at the plate. Came over from Kilgore. Had a good night on the mound Tuesday night. The runner, Jackson Prince, hesitates. Fake throw. They throw over to third. A little bit of a pickle here. Coop comes back. Third baseman had an issue with it, and so Coop's back safely. Sorry, I missed that on the camera angle, guys. Hit him in the head, yeah. Coop got back safely, though. Prince is at second.
That's why they wear those helmets.
The 1-0 pitch. High tied inside. Yeah, it gets him. So Bullard will be walked and scamper over to first.
Hit by pitch, second time in a row.
There they are again, Cody. Here we go. Keep it grip. Keep it hot, baby.
So Cody Hines steps up to the plate.
Had a single his last time up to right field. Good hard shot on the ground that ended up on second on a fielding error by the right fielder, but finished up, didn't quite get to home. He did get to third, but now he's got, once again, bases loaded.
There we go. Can you hear
And
me?
on the mic,
Okay.
the Grand Poobah, the owner, founder, mastermind, tech support
I'm
from
just,
NetSN, Brett Sweeney.
I'm just relaxing here with you guys tonight. now that we got everything hopefully working better for everyone.
And I haven't made a mention yet, but if you are interested in sponsoring, advertising, reach out to us. Here comes a pitch. Check swing fouled away.
Yeah, there's a lot of equipment up here that I know you guys were scared for earlier. I was watching and
I was a little nervous.
And it's not cheap. We try to do it right here, and these guys want to make a little bit of money, so all that helps us out. So if you want to support any of the teams we cover or another team, let us know.
Off-speed pitch, stays a little high in the zone, called strike. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Hines.
It's weird because we've done some games here. Jason, y'all did one. You did one last year, and we didn't have any really issues with internet here. So you,
No.
you never know. Clouds are cloudy tonight or something. I don't know what it was.
The dribble over to first. He scoops it up. He's tagged
He
out.
tagged him with a glove that didn't have the ball in it, guys.
Well, yeah, but they call him out.
They did, but
They did call him out, but
he
yeah.
had the ball in his hand and he tagged it with his glove, and they called him out. I'm pretty sure that happened. I mean, we can go back and look at it, but
But he did score the run.
Rugby
Yeah.
does come in.
that was. I mean, I'm becoming a baseball guy, right? I've got a son playing t-ball now. Jaron, you know you've
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you're the t-ball.
Oh man, yeah. I'm helping coach my little girl's instructional 3- and 4-year-old team, and oh my goodness,
Oh, God.
Mine's a 4, 5, and 6, and it's bad enough. I can only imagine the 3 and 4. We did that a few years ago. Just one time I did that, and then we skipped a couple years and went to a real t-ball.
So y'all are good at herding cats.
yeah. I don't know how good I am at it. Here comes a pitch.
Hit by pitch.
Tristan Berry hit by pitch.
Those are the kind I like. You don't really hardly get hit. Maybe it catches your jersey or
A
your
little bit of
barely.
jersey, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up Dustin Hennigan. Bases juiced again.
Yeah, it's Jason about getting hit by pitches.
Oh, yeah. That,
You had a
that
bad experience there in high school. Huh?
nice orthopedic visit. Had nice pins in my hand for the whole summer. It was wonderful.
1 out. Big hit in the left center field. Center fielder's coming over. Makes the catch. Will we get a tag? We do not get a tag.
Oh, great throw.
Great throw.
Great throw.
Man,
Leighton Shelburne, that was just a great throw.
it was a one hop right to the catcher. I mean, that was nice.
Brings up Cannon Smith. Oh, excuse me.
Actually, I think we have a switch here. It's going to be Brody Downs,
Brody Downs batting.
Cannon Smith.
This is a big, batter right here, fellas. You've got runners. There's nowhere runners to go, right? There's full up here, and 7-0. If you're ARP, you don't want to let them any of these runs in because what's it? 10 run through 4, right? Or is it 5?
It's 10 after 5.
So you're getting close to that, run.
Yeah, you're getting close to run rule. You definitely don't want that.
Pitch high. Ball 1.
Would want to try to get him to ground it somewhere in the infield, keep it down.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get another one of them double play balls for the Tigers. Good pitch.
Called strike. Well, even up at 1-1. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-1. Time called. Down steps out. From the windup, McDowell, he'll fire the pitch.
Ooh, self-defense.
Self-defense, check swing, fouled away. 1-2 now.
And this is the 9th batter of the inning. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can get baseball scores on that free app also, can't you?
On that free NetSN app.
We haven't activated that feature yet.
Not for
Okay.
baseball, not for baseball.
It's just football at the moment. Now the live streams are all there.
Okay. There is a purpose for the app, though, for baseball, too.
Yeah, as you can find all our streams. Like tonight, we've got 3 streams going on.
Yeah, we got Shelbyville and Chirino baseball, and then I think Center and Hudson softball. And then, of course, ARP and Tatum here where we are.
Runner's going to be on the move with the pitch.
So full count here. McDowell from the windup. Here comes the payoff pitch.
Oh,
Ball hit high. Could be out of play.
I think it's out of play. Yep. It's in play for somebody over there, just not in the field of play.
It is now being played with by a 6-year-old.
Do they still give free drinks or something?
I was
for
wondering
No.
that. Oh, man.
No?
No,
Come on
it's
now.
horrible.
Come on.
Man.
Every baseball field needs at least a snow cone machine or something for that purpose.
Yeah.
For that
or at
purpose.
least a bucket of gum. Give a kid something. And it's not just ARP; it's everywhere. I just see it a lot at ARP because I'm up here quite a bit.
Count remains full. Payoff pitch, take 2. Here we go. Outside. Ball 4, so a run will come in. So bases will remain loaded. It's another run across the plate for the Eagles. Again, I try to do this every broadcast. Hadn't been able to do it yet, but thank you to both schools. Of course, Coach Russell and the Tatum administration for letting us broadcast, and Mike Alzamora with ARP ISD and Coach Mora. Been great, very hospitable. So can't do what we do without great support from our schools. Base is still loaded, 2 outs. Caden Tatum
Oh. Ooh.
at the plate.
That was a good save there. We had 2 runs coming in if that goes over the first baseman's head. We need some Jeopardy music.
Coach Moore having a little discussion. I think he was saying that Tatum was stayed in the box, which
he can stay in the box as long as he does not move. He's okay.
Yeah.
If he moves, it doesn't matter if he's in the box or out of the box. If he moves and impedes the throw, it is interference.
So basically, he has to establish where he wants to be.
Yes, I mean basically you have to
Statue it.
stand like a statue.
Yeah.
Statue it.
You cannot move.
Because if you try to move, then they could say, well, he's trying to move and get in the way.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, because if he just stands still and does not move, even if he's outside the box, like if the ball shoots out somewhere, if he's outside the box and they try to throw it somewhere and it hits him, as long as he's not moving, he's good. I mean, you hear the fans talking about it. He's in the box. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well,
As long as he's not purposely, impeding the throw.
It doesn't have to even be purpose.
Yeah.
As long as he does not move to impede the throw, whether intentional or otherwise. That's one of those rules that's just, if you're an umpire, you're going to get griped at regardless.
Throwing to third.
because you're never right.
No, according to, heck yeah. Hey, I offered people my gear a couple times.
I'm good. I'm right. I'm good right here. I don't want to get beamed with the ball.
Bowler was able to slide back safely here.
So you either get physical abuse or you get mental abuse.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That one's fouled away.
And then, of course, it's like high school rules. You have NFHS, so you have that rule set. Then you have a lot of different rule sets you got to go by. So
I don't understand why we can't just get on the same page with some of these. Like they're going to play the sport all the way up. Why wouldn't you have a more consistent?
yeah, well, I mean, NCAA has different rules than high school. It's just, and then Major League has different rules.
Oh, hello. I'm awake now.
That one fouled away to us. Again, let us know where you're cheering from, who you're cheering for on the chat. Subscribe if you haven't. And then
it's free.
It's free.
It costs nothing. Absolutely nothing for.
And you can complain about my umpiring skills and
and let us know if it's better. We think it's better, but
play up the middle.
oh, that's it. That's what they needed.
They
That ground
tapped a
ball.
second. So runners are stranded. We'll come to the bottom of the fourth, but Tatum with a big lead, 8-0. We'll be back here on NetSN. Welcome back, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I know we were a little slow to start with some of the tech and internet issues, but Mr. Brett saved the day, and we are able to kind of get things, I think, a little better.
You know, I'm never off the clock, Jaron. You
Never
should know
off the
that.
clock.
When you own a business, that's just kind of the way it is. So.
Hey, you say that. I was up pretty late working on some of our graphic for some of our sponsor packages last night, too.
Those sponsor packages, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you could have been. We just had an ad that your business could have been being advertised on this stream, but you hadn't contacted us yet. So if you're out there, contact us so we can get your nice little video commercial of your business up there.
So we got Matthew Lowe up. He is 0 for 1. Called strike. Popped out to the second baseman. Kind of in no man's land over there in the outfield, but second baseman tracked it down.
Ball hit sharply just to the right side of the first baseline.
Give us some feedback on this this up close and tight camera angle too. Let us know if you like that or you like just the, you know, we got all kinds of gadgets that we like to try. This is one we got for tonight. I think it looks good personally. I could sit there and watch the right from behind the plate there.
Yeah, I'm just a little late to the draw and switching to the other angle, and there's a hit. So I've got to get a little quicker on the trigger finger here.
Oh, bad throw there of the first. I think the runner probably would have been safe anyway, Jason. I don't know if you're going to give a.
I'm going to give him.
You going to give an error?
Hey, we have a celebrity shout out here, a celebrity chat. The voice, the PA of the Tatum Eagles, Mr. Sterling Mathis and Sister Joy Mathis, listening while on the road.
Hey, she said they're obviously cheering for Tatum. Is that a given though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Mr. Mathis.
So what was the
good friend of mine? He's a great job with the PA. They throw back to first.
So what was the final decision over there, Jason? Was that an E?
You know, I don't want to give him. I don't want to do the homer discount and be like, you know, oh, it's a single, it's a single. But you know, Jaron said that he thought he made it. It would have been a good play. So
I thought so too. I think he would have made it no matter if it would have been on.
Ball hit into shallow right field.
Good start for the inning to ARP. This is what they needed to come back after that rough inning a while ago. Got a couple of runners on base here with no outs. That's
yeah, Lowe got that good speed. Went first to third on that hit. Good piece of hitting by Clyburn.
They said that the up-close angle is great. Hey, that's the feedback we need. Thank you. There we go. There we go.
Will Sanford grounded to second base last time up. Probably would take that again to score that runner at third.
So runners on the corners. Barry sets from the stretch. He'll deliver the pitch. Ball hit.
Good hit.
No man's land between first and second. Gets past the right fielder. So one run comes in.
Forgot the most important thing, guys. The ball.
So Aiden Courtney in right field just had a hard time judging that one, and so it got behind him, and so.
Jason, tell me if I'm right here. He was thinking about the throw before he fielded it.
Yeah, he was coming up throwing. He just didn't come up with the ball. So yeah. Oh, for the record, single with an error.
Okay.
So.
We got some feedback on the chat.
Yeah.
Lots of ease coming from an ARP fan over there.
That one wasn't error. I'm neutral here. I didn't go to ARP or Tatum, so I am a neutral party.
I'm fairly neutral, just to be honest, because my kid graduated.
Y'all know me. I love me some Tatum Eagles.
Hey, we split our series, we split the doubleheader we had today in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
So this brings up A.B. Martin.
I hope he's still pumping out that rehab.
Yeah, he's working on the rehab. Already planning on summer league, from what I hear.
Okay.
Pitch low outside. No, when I knew I was going to be doing this Tatum and ARP game, you know, Jason does a lot of football with us and was wanting to do some baseball. So I said, Jason, hop on and let's help me with this one. And so I'm glad he's with us here. Give a nice ARP perspective there. Ball misses.
You know, I just saw Will Sanford at bat. I can remember when that little guy was like running around. He was about 2 foot tall.
Well, he was about 2 foot tall, 2 foot wide, but fast. I mean, he was a little just round guy, but he could run, and still can run. But he ain't round no more. I mean, he's grown.
Yeah.
Good target, good target. Here we go.
3-0 now.
Working back there.
And if his mom or dad's listening, I mean that with all due respect.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love Will.
I remember A.B. Martin as well.
Oh yeah.
Called strike. Good pitch there by Barry. 8-1 the score. Runners on second and third for the Tigers here at the bottom of the fourth. That one gets into left field. One run comes in. Scooped up by Hennigan. Thrown in quickly. So an RBI single there for A.B. Martin.
Yeah, good discipline, piece of hidden ball. He took the ball exactly where it was pitched, took it the opposite way.
That's kind of the way they've batted this inning. They've done a real good job, not trying to overpower, like, you know, hit a homer, just put in play in places that are open.
Yeah, and that's good because a lot of times you get these kids, you know, they get one home run and they're done for the year.
Barry throws back. Good pickoff. Martin's back just in time, but it was close. Keep him honest there.
Man, he got them pants dirty. Ooh.
He did. He got the pants dirty. All right, Barry sets from the stretch. Again, runners on the corners, no outs.
Ooh.
Fouled away.
Into the woods. I don't think anybody's getting that ball.
Oh, excuse me. I had to take the mic off. I was about to sneeze. Pollen's getting up there.
Pollen's up.
With this warm weather.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, thanks so much for tuning in, folks. The 1-1. That's a little upstairs. So 2-1 again, runners on the corners. It's an 8-2 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth.
Orpineta 0 for 1 today with a ground out to third.
That one misses high, so that brings us to 3-1.
Orpinay is another one. I can't believe he's playing high school ball. Went to school with his daddy.
So Brett here beside me is a Chapel Hill guy. Grew up in Chapel Hill, and, you know, Chapel Hill and ARP, you know. I guess would ARP be a suburb of Chapel Hill? Is that what you?
Just
No.
neighboring community, I would say.
Neighboring community.
Oh, that's almost the same spot in the woods.
Now where we grew up, where I grew up, we were
You were
about-
like right on the line,
we
weren't
were
you?
a quarter mile from the Chapel Hill School District.
Yeah.
We got lucky.
Come on now. I have to separate
Hold
y'all.
on.
All right.
We're just going to not answer that.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Barry. That retires Orpineta, so that will bring up
Like Leighton Shelburne struck out swinging his last at bat. Shelburne's the one who had a great throw from center field, held that runner at third last inning.
Barry steps off.
I'll say this, Barry has a great pickoff move.
It's quick. Again, runners on the corners. 1 out now. Barry from the stretch delivers the pitch. He shows a bunt. Low, pulls it back. So ball 1.
Throw it in there. Let's go, babe.
Barry ready to work again, working pretty quickly here. The 1-0 pitch fired in. Call strike. Good pitch there by Barry. And something that Tatum, I think, is going to be able to enjoy this year is more pitching depth than really what they've probably had. Another throwback to first.
Man, you can't ever have too many pitchers.
Yeah.
I mean,
No. Like I said, that's my pet peeve about the big school, small school. You know, my opinion, they need to do it all season, not just for playoffs. Do it like football. Because
well, for baseball especially, if you've got the bigger schools more likely to have
Lays
twice
down
as
the
many
bunt.
pitchers.
Lays down the bunt. Gets him at first. The runner stays put at third. So good play there by Adcock.
And I think, Jason, your point, I think that will be fixed the next realignment. I think they'll probably split them from the beginning. You'll have a lot of the same districts for football. But I think it makes more of a difference in baseball maybe than even basketball.
yeah, I mean, especially if you're able to pick from 300 or 400 more kids, even if you just get one more starting pitcher, that's
one
that's
arm is
big.
a lot.
So they're going to send.
I think
They're sending Martin back to first. And again,
well,
having a hard time. I'm trying to see here.
yeah, why would you have to send him back? Because he had to run, right?
Yeah, I'm
Unless
sure.
they called runner interference, they're going to send them back to where they came from. So all I can say is that they had to have called runner interference, or batter interference. He was a runner once the ball went onto the field, so they had to call him for interference.
Okay.
Out stands, right? So the runner stayed put at third anyway.
Well, he would have had to go back anyhow, but the runner was out once the interference occurred. It's a delayed call, so they let everything play out, then they sorted out.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so-
Great explanation there, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Two outs here. Barry from the stretch.
That's why we got you here. I'm just here. I'm just here now for I was a tech support, now I'm here for the jokes.
Called strike.
Mason Wallace.
He came in for the when Poe exited the game.
That breaking ball, beautiful breaking ball.
Had a great view of that right here too. Just saw it come right back across.
That ball hit his brakes, turned left, and just fell right into the mitt. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets past the catcher. Adcock comes up. Runners stay put. He throws to first. He gets
Safe.
him.
Wow.
They called him safe.
They call him.
Oh, he did?
Yes, safe.
Okay, because it was close.
Whoa.
I thought he was safe from the eyeball. What a good play. Smart play. Is it almost one of those, Jason, where you see a bad pitch and you just swing at it knowing it's going to go by so you can get that?
No, he chased. He straight up
I mean,
wants to hit.
but you could, in essence, where it's going to be so bad of a pitch that on the third strike.
I mean, potentially so, unless, if you're already committing to it.
He swung and he was like across the whole plate whenever he started running because his swing took him all the way on the other side of the box.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
So bases loaded.
So here's one of those innings where you have to get a fourth out here.
Yeah. Got Brody McDowell up, who is 0 for 1.
Also went to school with his daddy.
Man.
Yeah. Got several of the Chapel Hill people that kind of have migrated over to Art. Again, it's not far, so.
Yeah, it's not far at all. We actually, like I said, we used to play recreational ball against Brody. My son did. So, school districts are blurred in some spots.
Call strike. Good pitch here by Barry.
Oh, a bad throwback to the pitcher.
He gets him.
Oh.
Bad throw back to the pitcher.
Now can you stand that right there in front of the plate and block like that, or is that's still legal to do?
If you are attempting to go for the ball, if you're trying to receive the ball.
Because it looked like the catcher kind of impeded the runner from making a slide because he was way out here in front of the.
He was making a play, and so let me kind of reset what happened here. We'll keep it here. Overthrow the pitcher. Wise comes back. Runner goes. Wise makes a great throw, gets the play at home.
Because I know they've changed some of those rules. Like,
Yeah,
even,
you can't. I mean, and who knows with the rule set? I know in one rule said you can't even be in the way until you have possession of the ball. Another rule said, I mean, MLB now is running. You can't even block the base with the ball. You have to provide a lane.
yeah. Because to me, just in my perspective, the ball wasn't there, and then he was blocking the path to the plate, and he had to change his path, and then the ball came in when the tag was made. It looked like to me.
mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword. I mean, technically, the catcher has a right to the ball. He has a right to wherever the ball takes him. He can go to that spot to get the ball. Now, the runner can take him out at that point. I'm not talking about a shoulder check, but he can slide in if he's able to. If not, he has a right to run. He is, to a degree, supposed to avoid contact, but as long as it's not malicious contact, he can make contact trying to get to where he's trying to go.
So that's one of those kind of
It's going
gray
to be
area.
umpire discretion
Yeah.
is going to be a big part of that one.
All right, Leighton Shelburne into pitch now for the Tigers. And so he's getting his warm-up pitches in. As we go to the top of the fifth.
That was a big call, a big play right there too, because Arp got that extra out there, had some runners on base, and thought maybe they might be able to steal a run there, but good play by the catcher. I mean, if the umpire doesn't call it, he's not out. So it was a good play.
Yeah.
Well, and defense is always, at least the last few years I've been following Tatum's been one of the just good heads-up defense. It's kind of been one of their calling cards, and so that's an example of that.
And the catcher kind of made up for his mess-up, right? He kind of had a bad throwback to the pitcher and then threw it off. But then we talk about this all the time. I've been trying to teach my son this, right? He's first year of real T-ball. He doesn't understand that if the ball goes to the pitcher, you can't just stand in your spot and hope the pitcher fields it. You got to be ready in case it gets by him, and that was the case there.
Yeah.
You had your backup there at second base. He was paying attention and was able to get the out at home plate and saved at least one run, possibly more.
It looks like McDowell went out to center field now, so they just switched around positions a little bit. You do have Shelburne on the mound now.
So Grant Adcock, the catcher, at the plate. Now, Adcock, he's a junior, and he came in last year, did a lot of catching duties when Prince was injured. And really, for most of the year, breaking pitch, gets past the catcher, and did a great job and got some great experience as a young Tatum Eagle.
And I like to see the homegrown. I like to see homegrown. I mean, we talked about that last time we played over at Tatum. Some of the names that are really familiar. Yeah. High school ball. If they say college sports right now is the new recruiting grounds for the pros, I would say high school ball has turned a lot into college ball. And I'm not talking necessarily about either team here, but I'm just saying there is a lot of recruiting that goes on.
Well,
it's against UIL rules that they don't investigate, and I'll leave it at that. But
yeah, and when you have all these tiny communities, here you go, 2-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch misses.
That one right there is one you call a pretty miss.
A 3-1. Little outside pitch, ball 4. So Adcock on the base pads.
Well, and you've got this new, school choice thing coming up. If that goes through, you could have some even more switching around. You could have people just because they can pick their kid up and go anywhere.
Exactly.
So it's going to turn into just you discussed the college. It's going to be legal to do that, and then it's just going to be all kinds of craziness.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. All I got to say is whatever rent or whatever addresses they're offering, they need to set aside some of that money now for some sponsorship, for some good broadcast.
Yeah.
Cooper White is at the plate. Ball misses low, so ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Got runner on first base here. We're in the top of the 5th.
This is just where I struggle because I guess I'm kind of a purist on the stuff.
Coop shows bunt. It hits the bat, so it's foul. So strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first.
And he's still sitting at 1 for 1 for the day. He's been on base all 3 times he's been up to bat, but he's got 2 walks on his resume already tonight, along with the single to right.
Wise, a member of the state championship Tatum Eagle basketball team.
There was a state championship?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tatum
yeah.
Eagle won. They sure did. 3A Division
Okay.
1.
All right. Just checking. Just making sure you were paying attention, Sharon. Wish we could have been there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first base here. They did a great job bringing back the gold to Tatum.
Looks like we got a final over there at center. Hudson beats center in softball 15-4.
Ball hit in the right center field. It'll hit ground. Adcock rounds third. He's coming into home. And Coop over to second. So that's an RBI double for Cooper Whitus.
And that was just a good piece of hitting. That was a ball.
It hit on the rope, man.
It
Yeah,
was
he did.
up above the zone, and he took his hands inside the ball, just took it exactly where it needed to go to right center for that RBI double.
Man, it's a long way out there. I don't know that anybody's going to be hitting it over the fence unless it's we got Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire stepping in or something.
I've seen about 6 go out here,
Okay.
but yeah, you got to have really good conditions.
There's no short home run porch or anything at all.
No, not at all.
Jackson Prince at the plate now, got runner on second base. No outs. Prince now splits catching duties with Adcock throughout the season. Breaking ball pitch, off-speed pitch.
Breaking speed.
Breaking speed.
I love
You
it.
like that?
I love that.
You like that?
That's going to be my new one for you now. Breaking speed. That
Breaking
breaking speed
speed.
pitch. Man.
Got that turf dirt.
Turf
that
dirt, breaking speed.
speed.
Hey, here come the T-shirts.
Can we have is there a CM line here?
No CM line.
Down the CM line. No, it's the foul
That
line.
one gets past. Runners advance. Runner advance. Coop scampers over to third.
I think Corey's going to have to pay a sponsorship. We're giving him so much credit with the CM
We sure
line.
are.
He needs to sponsor one of our broadcasts. We're giving him so much credit. Looks like there's going to be a little powwow at the pitcher's mound here.
Yeah, I think we have. Shelburne. I think maybe he came off the mound a little.
Yeah, he's not looking too
think he
too
came
good
up-
there. He's
Stepped off a little bit. And
And this is gonna sound bad when I start it. Y'all let me finish it.
all right.
I hope if it's something, I hope it's maybe his leg. And the reason I say that is because last season he pitched, and he pitched one game, and then something with his arm, he was out the rest of the season. So you really hope it's not a recurrence of that. You really hope maybe it's just something, just a little slight strain, something like that. But
Well, and if he has had an injury, Jason, they're not going to take any chances, right? He's you don't want to. It could just be a minor thing, but if he has a history of that, you sure don't want to. In a game like this at 9-2, you don't want to risk anything.
You don't want to make it even worse.
all right, so it looks like we will have a pitching change here. So we'll go to a break and we'll come
and
back.
Darren, and real quick before break, you could be sponsoring this pitching change.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
You got an oil place? This
Oil
change is sponsored by your oil place. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we could. Hey, that's an idea. Hey, we'll be right back here on NSN.
back, and Caden Clyburn is now back on the mound. He was the starting pitcher actually in Game 1 on Tuesday. Did a good job first 3 innings, and Tatum kind of hopped on him after that. But
Yeah, then I was kind of watching that game. Wasn't it he didn't allow any earned runs, did he? Because that last was an error that gave up the 2 runs, I think, if I remember correctly. Kind of blew the
I've
game.
slept since then. Oh my goodness.
Kind of blew the game up.
yeah, I've got my scorebooks elsewhere. So
Well, maybe I'm right. If you're watching and you know, then maybe you can tell me if you guys watched. I did get to watch you guys. I enjoyed it the other night, sitting at the house, and
enjoyed it.
I thought that's what I remember, because I thought this was a good game, and then they had that error kind of just blew the whole game up, and it kind of opened the floodgates there.
One ball, 1 strike here. Cleburne on the mound. Runner on third base. Here comes the pitch. Called strike. Jackson Prince still at the plate.
Now, what's Jason, for those that don't know, you probably do know this, the rules for your pitching? Like, is there a pitch count, or is there innings? What is the?
Yeah, it's a pitch count. If you go more than 45 pitches, 45 to 64 pitches, you have to have
Like 72 hours.
a day, 1 day rest.
1 day, okay.
If you go over that 65 to 85, I think it's 2 days rest, and 85 to the max, you have to have 3 days full rest.
Okay, so in that thought, that's why it's interesting you play in these games in the same week of the same team. You can't get their ace 2 games in. Probably 2 games in the same district schedule
You
usually.
technically could.
Depends on how many.
Well,
pitches
if
he
they-
throws,
It's
yeah.
one of those deals where if you start your ace and then your bats hop on somebody really quick, you pull them before 45 pitches.
So you can have them later. Yeah.
Or even 65 technically. If you did it on Tuesday, you got them ready for Friday.
It's a strategy thing.
It is a strategy.
But that's why I think I kind of like this, because it's more like the playoffs where you have them kind of back to back, and so they can't just throw their ace on you twice for sure.
Yeah, my son's freshman year, this is how the schedule was in baseball district, and then the sophomore year. So for his last 3 years, so I would say last year and the 2 years before that, it was just once, and then it just did round robin.
Go Bullard at the plate now.
Ooh,
He's hit
And he was
again.
hit again. Goodness gracious. Man.
Hey, I got something. He's called Bull, right? Is he waving his red cape at him and then he's like pulling it aside and then getting hit?
No.
I mean, I don't know.
So he's on the base paths. Now runners on the corners now. Again, 1 out.
I don't know. It just seemed if he's getting hit that much. I mean, poor guy. It didn't seem like it hurt him too much, though.
No.
He didn't even flinch.
Well, and all the ones that he's been hit by, it's just been barely nicking them, right?
Oh.
Yeah, he stays in the box.
For the most part, yeah. He's not taking a lot of damage, but
No.
That'd have taken me out for a few days. Like I'm down.
So runners on the corners. 1 out. Got Bull on first. White is still on third.
they have got to know something about Bullard to the point where maybe they're trying to pitch him
As
inside.
Bullard's
Oh, they're going to
scampers to second. They throw it. White is stays on third.
That's one of those risky ones right there.
You never know, right?
It's almost kind of they threw it out to the side, trying to see if the runner from third would go. Like a throw out, I guess.
So 1 ball, no strike. Runners on second and third now.
Hines is 1 for 3 on the day so far.
Hines at the plate. Ball misses low in the zone. So ball 1.
Ball 2.
Ball 2.
Ball 2. Yep.
Oh, yeah, they had to throw
Yeah.
on that first one.
Ball 2. Hit one up the middle. Second baseman scoops it up. Fires to first.
Oh, did he still get him?
Did it?
He picked it back up.
Hey, the field ump called him out.
Yeah, he did it.
Did he?
He got a good job.
No, he called him safe.
I think
The-
it looked like he called him out.
Looked like the field ump called him out that I saw, but he's allowing him to stay, I guess.
He's staying.
Why not?
Yeah. So, the first baseman is able to maintain possession, so he'll reach safely, and the run will come in. Bullard will go over to third.
I'd say that is an E.
That is definitely E4.
E3.
E3's pitcher. Excuse me, first base. That was a throw.
Oh, was it? Okay.
He's giving it to the throw.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought he could have caught it myself.
He could. Technically he could, but normal effort, not.
Can you give it to both of them? Oh. It's
Ball
like
misses. Tristan Berry at the plate now.
it's like a half air on the throw. Half.
So again, runners on the corners. 10-2 the score in favor of the Eagles.
Yeah, my son used to get mad at me all the time. It's an automatic on throw if it hits the ground. I don't care.
Throws back to first.
He tried a bounce throw at Tatum last year that he swore was right on line and should have been caught, and it was not caught. Yeah, it was E6.
Man, harsh.
Man, he is. You are harsh.
I score harder on my child than I score on anybody.
1 ball, no strikes here. Cliburn from the stretch.
Just trying to get fancy with that, hop off the dirt throw.
Yeah.
Here comes a pitch. Off-speed pitch stays higher. Runner's going.
Oh,
Throws to the
foul.
left. Gets past. So Bullard will come in. Hines goes to third.
E2.
Those E's aren't good.
So score now 11-2 here. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. A man on third base. Tristan Berry at the plate.
We'll say it's nice weather out here tonight.
It really is.
This is couldn't ask for any better weather. Weather.
Weather. Berry calls time in front of the plate. Fouls that one away. So they'll even this up at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on third base. Berry steps back up. Ball hit high, and it's a moonshot.
Oh.
He's unable to make the catch.
Is it foul?
I think it's fair. It was right inside the line.
Oh.
Yeah, and so that's why Berry got back on first. Yeah, so I think it was right there inside the line.
It was real close.
It was close for sure. So Berry will reach safely.
It was one of those that he hit it and it made it go fair, I think. Jason, if
the ball hits their glove and the ball is in foul territory, that is a foul ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so even if he's in foul territory, he tries to catch it, it hits his glove and bounces in fair.
Yeah,
it's
still
foul.
It's still foul.
Still foul.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So Dustin Hennigan at the plate now.
See, those are the kind of things I don't really pay attention to. I just go with whatever the umpire calls.
Bunt there. Hennigan gets down the first baseline. Cliburn has a hard time scooping it up. So Hines will come in to score.
So now we are in a run or go home mode here for ARP now. That 10 run.
Once they come back, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll have a chance, but we are in a 10-run rule watch.
So Cannon Smith back in.
Sounds like a weather forecast, but
Smith back in. He's at the plate. Runners on first and second. 1 out still. Cliburn from the stretch. He'll fire the pitch. Swing and a miss.
ooh.
Yeah, he wanted all of that one.
Good cut, yeah. He said he wanted all of that one. The 0-1. Well, high in the zone. So they'll even this up at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second. 12-2 the score. Swing and a miss. And, earlier in the week, I thought there was going to be some rain, but those chances decreased. And beautiful night for baseball here. The 1-2 pitch fouled away. Count remains 1-2.
Like I said, that right there is why I do not. Well, that's part of the reason I do not umpire anymore. Yes, umpire just took one off the chest.
He's walking that one out a little bit. You know, I think I remember last year this same umpire getting. I mean, because he's one of the ones that we see quite a bit. I want to say I remember him. I don't remember like what kind of injury, but man, got his bell rung pretty good.
Yeah, he sets up in the slot and he does not move. He's really, to me, he is a very good umpire.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's been consistent, definitely in the zone.
He's consistent and he strike 3 swinging. He's very consistent and he will not move even at the threat of getting pummeled.
So Smith's retired, and so that'll bring up Caden Tatum, another member of the state championship basketball team, Tatum Eagles. He's a multi-sport athlete. Also a real good high jumper, went in and got gold this week, his first meet back. And got gold at the Carthage meet in high jump.
So what you're telling me, he's one of those Swiss Army knives guys.
He is. I think it was 2 years ago. He got 4th in the state his sophomore year in high jump.
He is the 9th batter of the inning.
Ball's fouled away. This a couple of years ago, it was a playoff game, and Tatum was needing to kind of go deep in some of their pitching, and Caden had practiced pitching a little bit. He went in and he did a great job, so he's kind of become one of the other pitchers that Tatum uses, and they used him throughout the season last season. So. Our internet's dipping a little bit, so if you see a couple glitches there, just hang with us. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Good news, you can still hear the calming voice of Jaron here.
Breaking ball pitch. Catcher has a hard time coming up with it. He throws and came retired. So here we go. Scores 12-2. We'll come back for the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be back here on NetSN. Welcome back, folks. And Logan Kansler coming in to pitch for the Eagles.
Whoa! he's coming right at you, Jaron.
Man, good thing I have cat-like reflexes, you know. He fired one in his warm-up pitches, and
man,
I may have jumped a little bit.
Probably you could hear that on the broadcast. It was that thump was pretty loud. Man.
Again, Kansler in relief for the Eagles.
Yeah, so Tatum, they get 3 outs, don't allow any runs, this game's over.
Yeah, that's right.
So
McDowell, the 9-hole hitter, will be up because of the out on the base pass. He'll be up again, starting with a fresh count.
And this is, ARP did it a while ago. They're going to need another inning like they had earlier where they were able to put some balls in play and move runners around and try to keep themselves in it.
I believe ARP will continue their district play next week against White Oak, I think. Yeah.
ARP's got White Oak next week.
And Tatum's got
Hey,
Gladewater.
is that lightning out there in the outfield?
It looks more like heat lightning. Now we're not going to talk about that
Nice.
too loud. We're trying to get.
Come on now.
I
Trying-
just
trying to get
saw
done
some
here?
flashes out there. I didn't know if you guys saw that.
That was cloud to cloud.
Okay. All right.
All right, here we go. Like you said, McDowell at the plate.
He is 0 for 1 today with the bunt back to the pitcher the last time.
And Logan Canceller in relief.
Take your time, bud.
See if you can really see that heat coming through on this camera. Ooh, yeah.
Pitch just misses inside. Not a bad pitch at all, but yeah, it's got some sauce on it, doesn't it, Brett?
So when you change pitchers, Jason, and you come from someone that's throwing a little softer, and then that heater comes in, as a batter, what do you do to adjust?
Back in the box.
Back in the
and-
box, yeah.
Ooh, and back out of the box when he throws it at you.
High and tight inside ball.
Yeah, they're usually going to be, especially the first batter is going to be pretty tame. He's not going to be aggressive at all. He's going to wait to see you locate the strike zone.
Called strike. Shifted to the outside part of the plate there, Canceller did, and so he got the call on it. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, nobody on.
He's kind of settled in now. There's 2 straight pitches that were right where he wanted them.
Yeah, he's working both sides of the plate. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Here we go. He delivers. Off-speed
Oh,
pitch,
man.
swing and a miss.
Jeez, guys, he had him so out of his shoes.
Again, great breaking ball. Came, hit the brakes, turned left. Ball dropped right into the zone and right below the zone. And great pitch, swing and a miss there. And so McDowell's retired, and that will bring up Aiden Ponce.
That's so tough when you got somebody that can come in and just throw that fastball like that and then just break one of those off-speed pitches in there. That's so unfair.
Left that one up.
Yeah, but you know, even his fastball's got a little bit of movement. I don't know if you're seeing it, Jason. Like he's got a little bit of flutter to it.
Yeah, most time, if his fastball will back up into the batter, he's throwing a pretty good 2-seam.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 pitch. That breaking pitch just broke a little too quick, hitting the dirt. So 2-1 now the count.
Take your time, just you and Grant.
Ball hit into right field, foul territory.
Oh, man.
Foul ball.
It's a perfect hit if he hits it about, 10 or 15 feet to the left.
Yeah, the ball has always played pretty well here at right field, which, if ARP is hitting, is an advantage to that lineup with as heavy as they are with
With
left-handers.
lefties, right? Yeah.
But, you've got to be able to put the ball in play, and they've struggled with that this series for sure.
2-2 pitch. Pitch stays high. That'll bring us to a full count.
All right, you got this.
Payoff pitch. A little high tight inside. Not a bad idea for strike 3, but didn't get the call, and he didn't oblige on the swing. So ball 4. So he'll scamper down to first base, and that will bring up Matthew Lowe.
Yeah, Matthews 1 for 2 today. Had a single and a pop out that won to second baseman. He did come around and score on that last at bat.
Although Tristan Berry's at first now. Didn't catch that defensive adjustment earlier, but Tristan Berry at first. High and tight inside. That ball's humming in. So 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0.
Inside.
Just inside, 2-0. Let us know how the broadcast is. And appreciate you tuning in.
Come on, Logan, take your time, bud.
And we'll take constructive criticism, too. We want to always get better. The 2-0 pitch. Called strike.
Pretty pitch.
You hear the pop on that from a long way away, can't you?
It's humming.
Yeah, this was one of the quicker pitchers, I think, in the district.
Well, it gets behind Adcock. He's having a hard time locating it. Oh, it got lodged.
It got lodged probably in the pads.
Yeah, it was stuck in there. Golly. You had to really get some effort to get that one out. But I was like, where was it? And it got lodged under the pads there. So 3 balls, 1 strike.
I think he was trying to talk the umpire to give another base there.
Yeah, no,
It's kind of a bad break because he may not have been able to. I mean, it was if you mislocate the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, once it sticks, though, you pretty much get what you're going to get as if.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Back there, 2 strike count.
I think his point was he easily was going to get the second base.
Yeah, he was going to make second.
3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Kinsler sets, gives the runner a look. Commits to the plate, fires a pitch. Swing and a miss.
Come get him, Logan.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, you want to see these teams face off against the best stuff. If Tavares is healthy and in West Rusk, you know, he's low 90s now, so really be interesting. I want to see these guys. I mean, because this team's got some very pure swings. So can they handle that speed? Yes. But seeing them do it, you want to see that along with you want to see West Rusk see if they can handle this kind of stuff.
Runners on first and second now after you walked, and so ball misses high. So that's Cliburn at the plate. Again, runners on first and second. Take some clouds to come in, so our Starlink earnings dropping a little bit. So again, stays high. The 2-0 count. Just misses outside.
And, you know, different people's warm is different. I mean, this is obviously a lot warmer than it's been, but sometimes with these pitchers, if they're cold, they have a hard time bending and finishing that pitch, and they leave balls up and out. Especially those hard throwers.
So it's ball 4.
Ball 4.
So that will load the bases. So again, so ARP just needs to score 1, right, to keep the game alive.
Yeah, so we got 1 out. Sanford's going to be looking to do something to the right side or something into the outfield deep.
And one of the better hitters for this ARP Tiger team.
You don't have blinding speed at third base with Ponce, but you do have decent speed.
Found that zone. Found the zone. Big target. Go it early. Here we go.
Sanford batting just north of 400 on the season so far. Which misses high.
Down and away.
Ball 2. So 1 out. Bases juiced here for the Tigers.
Miss Mathis says we're still good here with the footage. We're in New Summerfield. They're seeing a lot of clouds there as well. So
Said it hit him. So
okay, so 1 run will come in, and Sanford's hit by pitch, and
man, well, I'm glad that you're able to see us.
yeah,
It's good to hear.
I think we're using the good old trusty Starlink, but the clouds will, as they roll in, will affect that some. So, Coach Russell here talking to the home plate official. I think.
Is he going to make a change? He's looking at his lineup.
Yeah. Not sure. So, again, thanks so much for tuning in. And, again, if you're interested in sponsoring or know someone that is, reach out to us, sales@netsn.live, or follow us on our socials. Either way, follow us on our socials as Coach Russell's coming to the mound. I think we may have a switch here. So we'll go to break, and when we come back, we'll kind of talk through some of the defensive changes here. We'll be back here on NetSN. All right, so Barry will re-enter, and then Smith will go back to first. Aiden Courtney, Tucker Anthony had come in to right. Aiden Courtney will go back to right. Tucker Anthony will come out, and Kanzler will exit the game. So again, Smith back at first, Courtney back in right field, and Barry back on the bump.
Which brings up A.B. Martin. He is 1 for 2 today.
Bases loaded, 1 out.
Another good chance here for Arp to make some dents in this lead. Ooh, he took a cut at that one.
And we mentioned this the other day, and again, just me calling Tatum the past 2 years. Of course, you being, being around Arp for a long time, Jason. A lot of these names we've seen in multi-sports. A.B. Martin, one of these big multi-sport athletes for Arp, plays football, basketball, baseball. Hits a shot.
Man, he is
left.
He is swinging that bat right now.
Just out of play on the left side of the field.
He was thinking grand salami.
Yeah. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. No balls, 2 strikes. Sorry. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch.
Oh,
just said outside. Not a bad.
That was close.
Well, and good discipline there for Martin, because that one looked pretty sweet coming on, and it's been hard to lay that one off on an 0-2 count, right? So the 1-2 pitch.
Oh.
Shot into center field. It will hit grass. So Tatum comes up, fires the throw into home. Throw was placed well, but just out of the reach of Adcock. And so
nice slide there.
Nice slide there by number 4.
Yeah.
I think he was
got that name, Jason?
Number 4, that's Wyatt Johnson, who was pinch running for Caden Clyburn.
That was a good pitch run. Play there for Coach Moore. It worked out for him. You don't always get to use those pinch runners. You put them in and hoping they take advantage of their speed, and that time he did.
Well, the ball was hit well in the left center, and Tatum made a great throw, but as Adcock made the catch just out of his reach as he swung back to make the tag. And Johnson had done a good job staying on the right side of the base pads, and swinging on the outside end. So 12-5 the score.
Martin put that little slice on it.
Yeah.
He started out towards center, and it hit a little slice out to the left center.
That's that good inside-out swing. He got his hands inside the ball, and just the spin on the ball from that inside-out is going to cause it to slice away. Pineda is coming up to bat.
It's usually what my golf swing does when I hit it. That slice.
I'm all about a hook.
Joy Mathis said, we're trying not to bring the storm that's following us back up that way. Please don't.
Well, there may or may not been some flashes that we've seen in the distance.
I'm more worried about all this equipment in the rain.
And I feel like there's just drops on me a little.
Oh, man.
I haven't felt that.
See, I think 2 different times I've called games here at ARP. I know one time I called here and I had an umbrella and some towels and everything. So, all right, here we go. Runner on first base.
First and second, 1 out.
First and second, yeah.
Wind's picking up a little bit.
Barry from the stretch. Or Pineda at the plate. He throws back to first. You can Barry with a quick pickoff move, but gets back in time. That's a courtesy runner from Martin. It's number 8, I believe. That's
Number 8, that's
Julian.
Juicy.
Yeah, Juicy, okay.
Julian Barosio, Juicy.
Here comes the pitch. A little low inside.
It's kind of a point now where Tatum's kind of struck with, they've been kind of juggling pitchers. I can't find anybody that's settling in here.
Yeah, they went back, obviously, to their starter.
Good pitch there, tipped away.
And you can do that?
You can.
Yeah, you can re-enter.
Your starter, yeah, your starter.
In the same game, of course, he is still piling on pitches for his
It's pitch count. Yeah.
pitch count, but,
One ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
I think they're pretty deep in pitching, so.
Ball hit sharply in the left field.
Oh, perfectly placed, guys.
Runners rounding third, coming in at Sanford. So that's an RBI single for Orpineda.
And Arpis, they've come alive here. These last 2 innings, 6 runs, all in the last 2 innings. And while ago we thought we were close to it being over after 5. Arp said, not so fast, my friend.
So now you have number 14. That's going to be Hudson Walls batting in the place of Leighton Shelburne, who came off the field with an injury.
So runners on first and second. Barry from the stretch, of course. He'll set.
Ooh, good pitch.
Great pitch. I will say the last home run that I saw hit at this ballpark was this young man right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Right over the left field.
Announcer calling it there.
I'm not calling it.
So he's got it in, but we know he's got it in him, right?
Yeah,
so
I know he's got it in
He's done
him.
it before. So
It was later in the season, so it was a little warmer. The air was a little lighter.
It's a win tonight's a factor.
for sure. Call time. Adcock gonna have a little pep talk with Barry.
Tatum's still fine. I think that's what they've got to figure. They've just got to, settle down. They're still up by 6. There's only a couple innings left in this game, so still well in control. You're also a high school kid, so you just got to get them to settle down, and realize, hey, just get a couple outs here and move on to the next inning and get some more runs on the other side.
0-1 pitch. He steps off. The Arp dugout say, "Come on now, get dirty."
They didn't like it that he just kind of nonchalantly jumped back.
Juicy is nonchalant. I've dealt with him and dealt with his older brother.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Great kids, and both runners move up with the pass ball.
But that is strikes, so no balls, 2 strikes. And 1 out.
Now, Jason, you did say the other night that the games between Arp and Tatum, they've either been really close or they've been not close.
Well, we talked earlier about that one last year, right? That was a real tight ball game.
Yeah, it ended up 5-4 Tatum.
Call strike 3. Breaking pitch that just kind of set right there on that outside part of the rubber of the plate there. So called strike 3.
Must have been that outside top corner over there. I have a great angle from here, but it looked like it was on that edge.
Yeah, I think it stayed right there on the black. So 2 outs.
Mason Wallace, the shortstop, up. It's only his second at bat.
Swing and a miss. Barry settling in again.
The last inning, that was the drop third that he ended up reaching base that required him to get that 4th out.
No balls, 1 strike. Called strike 2. He throws back to third. Runner gets back. Good stop there by Bull.
dangerous there.
Yeah, he's over there a little closer to the coach. I have a feeling Juicy may hear a little bit about that one.
Good awareness there by Adcock. And good block there by Bull.
I mean, with an 0-2 count, it's just a risky throw to me. You better not overthrow it and give up a run.
Yeah, good job by Bullard to body that up.
Called strike 3.
Good pitch.
Retires aside, so we'll come to the bottom of the 5th here. 12-6 to score. We'll be back here on Net SN. Welcome back, folks and friends. Jaron Peoples, Jason Cavazos, and Brett Sweeney here in ARP, America, ARP, Texas. I passed for the first time the nice DeMarion Overshone sign.
Ah.
I hadn't seen it yet, and that was cool. Quiburn returning to the mound for the Tigers.
Think about that cowboy drama going on.
Oh, my
Did y'all see
goodness.
that?
Golly. Goodness gracious, yeah. They got to stay at top of the news circuit.
But one of them's not even a cowboy anymore. It's trying to stir the pot. I mean, it's one thing you want to take your ball and go somewhere else and play, but
yeah,
man. Then you want to throw a rock at somebody that's still, there. I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. Well, there hasn't been very many cowboy off-season moves at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Got to stay at top of the news line.
It's had to do something, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, Dallas has been kind of center of attention of a lot of things going on. You get the craziest trade in the history of the NBA.
I don't even follow the NBA, and I saw that and was wondering what the deal was with that.
So many sports
but
series.
my Stars made a great trade and picked up a nice Mikko Ratinen, one of the top players in the NHL. Looking forward to going and seeing him in his first home game on Tuesday.
Grant Adcock hits one over to first base. Sanford boots it, and so Adcock will reach safely at first.
Jaron, I don't know a whole lot of baseball. Is it good to use your foot in baseball?
Well,
not always. Not in that case.
Probably sting a little bit, too.
Yeah. It's a tough bounce right there.
Tough bounce as Cooper Wiles will step up to the plate, and again, Clibborn still on the mound. Got a runner on first.
In your ARP, you've closed this gap now. It's 12-6. You don't want to let them get those runs back here if you're trying to get back in this game. So,
big hit for Cooper Wiles. Will it hit the gap?
Yep.
It does. Adcock round second, coming in the third. What's he gonna do? He's huffing it to home. High throw, saw it safely in. Wiles over to third. RBI.
Man.
For Cooper Wiles.
Oh, you got the bubble machine going over here, Jaron.
Oh, yeah.
Got the bubbles going, all right. That was a shot. I mean,
yeah, all of that and something.
If there's, I'm with Jason. This is a tough park to hit out of because he rocketed that one. And it still, it looked like there was still some green behind it where he hit.
Yeah, it was probably still about 20, 30 foot from the fence.
We've seen a few tonight that real good contact, but it just seems like as it catches air in the outfield, it just kind of dies.
Well, look, just sitting here, it feels like the air's coming in from straightaway center right now, so it's going to beat the ball down and towards left field.
So we're going to have a pitching change. Landon Smith will come in the pitch for the Tigers. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here on NetSN. All right, welcome back. Again, Landon Smith on the bump now for the Tigers, and Jackson Prince stepping up to the plate.
Landon Smith is a art basketball player, first team all-district basketball.
Oh, yeah, he is going to be in the Azalea All-Star game.
Oh, yeah.
Be broadcast here on NSN, so shout out to Landon for that honor. There was 80 nominations in that for those coveted, 28 spots for boys, so honored to be selected. So
Yeah, he's a great kid.
And then Tatum has some representation.
we did have some nominees. I don't know the official roster. I just saw that Landon announced it on X that he was accepting his. He said, "Forget prom. He's going to play one more basketball game."
Yeah.
That was his what he said. So
Yeah. Okay, so got some
but we
offers.
have a lot of nominations. The official list, I don't think they've announced it yet
Okay,
because they're
got
trying
it.
to make sure they finalize the rosters
Got it.
because of conflicts and stuff.
Right.
But that'll be April 26th at Wagstaff Gymnasium. We'll have the girls game first at 5:30, and we'll have the
Fish, babe, your
the
fish.
dunk contest and shooting contest in between, and the boys game will follow.
And a ton of schools represented, right? Like
There's around 44
yeah,
schools.
that's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you can make it out, come out and hang out with us. We'll be broadcasting. We'll have a full crew with all kinds of camera angles. We'll have KO on the sideline roaming around, getting interviews, and lots of fun. That was kind of your first NetSN broadcast last year, Darren.
It
It was
was.
kind of your introduction
Enjoyed
to
it.
it. Yeah.
Called
We didn't-
strike against Prince there.
and it didn't scare you away.
It
so.
didn't. I love it. All right, payoff pitch here coming. High outside. You mentioned KO. Got confirmation. KO is going to be on the call with me next Friday in Tatum as Tatum takes on Gladewater.
Jaron and KO.
Jaron and KO. He's going to make the trip over to Tatum. And so the KO Kyle Owens, he'll be with me next Friday.
That'll be our next broadcast. Well, at least for our crew. I think we've got some other games. We've got a full week of spring break games. I think Larry and then Shires and Wellington, they've got a few games going on next week. So we should have a nice spring break worth of games.
Tatum will be in action on Tuesday. Won't be able to broadcast that one, but do hope to get back in the booth on Friday.
And hopefully by then we'll have some sponsors, and
So
we
hope,
can
yeah.
continue to broadcast some baseball here in the area.
Smith sets. Runners on the corners. Fouls that one away.
I wonder how many baseballs they go through in a game.
Colton Bullard at the plate.
That's I think there's at least 3 or 4 that have gone over our heads and are going to be probably gotten by an animal or a dog before a kid gets them.
Probably in those woods.
Mm.
Or it may learn to play the banjo. You never know.
Well, you say that because Jason taught me a little shortcut, so I didn't have to carry the equipment very far, but I definitely heard some Deliverance music playing.
Oh, did you come up from this way?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. He gets a piece of it, though.
Yeah, normally there's a nice little way you can come through there. It's kind of sketchy coming in, but once you get through it, we park over on the back side over here where like the umpires normally park, but it was kind of blocked off by some other cars, so we kind of had to stop in the sketchy area.
Yeah, so
I don't know about that, I guess.
but hopefully I can find my way out of here.
I just kind of pulled in and found a spot. I figured by the time I left, everybody.
Runner's going. The runner comes in. This will come in. Prince will round third. He's coming in. Slides safely in.
Man,
So there's an overthrow the second. Weiss was already coming in. That allowed Prince to come in.
jeez. That was an overthrow of all overthrows.
So 2 runs come in and score.
Well, it was off to the side of the bag.
Yeah. Well, off target, yeah.
And
So your backup guy was in position for behind the throw.
your
and
backup was behind the throw or behind the bag. Your primary fielder, best I can tell you is it looks like he kind of he hung with the bag way too much.
You just had to go get off the bag.
At that point, you've got to keep the ball in the infield.
Yeah. Because that got almost to the fence. I mean, it
Here
was.
we go. Keep battling.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bull at the plate for the Eagles.
Base is empty.
Empty base pads here, no outs. Smith takes his sign. He'll set from the stretch. Knees up, ball's out. Ball hit well into left field. The single for Colton Bullard. So the Eagles have another guy on the base pads now. Again, I got a good piece of that. Kind of hung up in the wind a little bit, but fell well. And just a good old-fashioned single.
Good, solid line drive single.
Fell well.
Fell well.
I like that. Fell well.
As Cody Hounds will step up to the plate.
And just like that, they've erased almost those runs that ARP scored in the bottom half of the 5th. So,
Yeah.
Throws back to first. Bullard back in time.
I would be willing to bet that wasn't his best move.
All right, he's back from the stretch.
Obviously, the wind's picked up a little bit.
You can hear it.
just a tad.
Low outside. Runner's going. Bullard's going.
Oh.
Have a hard time coming up with it, so Bullard will head over to third.
Wow.
Again, kind of a similar deal that we just saw. So
Are you counting errors over there, Jason?
I've about quit.
We've had several just this inning.
Yeah, there's been 1, 2. I've got 3 errors just this inning, 4 the last inning, and 1 in the second, 1 in the third.
all right, so Hines still at the plate. Bullard on third. Called strike, just on the outside.
That's just tough. It's just hard to compete whenever the ball's getting thrown around. I feel like you're back in the T-ball 5 pitch where everybody just started throwing the ball and the ball's flying around the field and you're like, just hold it. Just go to the pitcher.
Deep breath, yeah, deep breath.
You know, you don't hear the go team screams or go team, go Johnny, go whatever you hear. Hold it, hold it. That's all you
Get
hear.
it to the pitcher.
Get it
Circle.
to the pit circle.
The circle.
The circle.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the wretched circle. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Trying to kill it. Here we go.
I mean, because really, you'd rather just in that age you just want to give up a single and then not you get in a throwaway game. That's where you get beat.
That's where it all got real interesting when, like, the local, I guess it's Diamond Youth Sports now, changed the rule to where you cannot run.
Pitch miss on the inside. Runner stays put.
Oh, so you can't run and tag him. You have to throw it?
Yeah, the pitcher can't field the ball in the circle and go run and tag him. He has to make a throw to first.
Oh wow,
That is greatness.
that's
I like
good.
that.
Yeah.
Now, that's how I coached my teams.
Yeah.
You had to throw the ball, but that's maybe why we weren't as competitive as some of the other ones.
But it probably helped you later, though.
it helped later.
Full count. Here we go. Payoff pitch. It stays up. So ball 4, and so Hines will scamper down the first, and so they'll have runners on the corners now. Now bring up Tristan Berry. Pitcher turn first baseman. Pitcher again. Back at the plate.
That's really interesting. I did not know that was allowed. I thought once you come out of a game,
You are allowed to re-enter in the game.
Do they do that still in the lower levels, or is this just high school that they do that?
I believe.
Because used to, when you came out, you couldn't go back in. So like you better make that move. You're going to take your ace out. He ain't coming back in.
He shows a bunt, lays down the bunt. Lays down a good one. They'll throw to first. Runner will come in third.
Oh, easy.
So he's safe. He's good. Good
We
sportsmanship
got a hug there.
Got a
That's
hug
good.
there. So the run comes in. Bullard. They do get Barry at first. Runner on first. Hines will advance to second.
Yeah, Smith just kind of bounced off of Bullard there. He's like, boing.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like the lower levels, I think in youth baseball you can't do that. But I think when you get into the boys, the older age groups, that
Yeah.
Okay.
because they go more by the NFHS rule book, the high school levels.
You know, you're learning something, Brett. You know, so Brett typically takes baseball broadcast season off. He, goes full speed during football and full speed during basketball, but he's able to join us
I
tonight.
hop on every once in a
Every
while.
once in a while, you do, yeah.
If I'm needed,
The 0-1 pitch. Ball hits sharply into right center field. It will fall in the gap. Hines around third. He'll come in. That's a single.
It's hard for me to come to a game and hang out with you guys and not, at least want to input in a little bit. And part of my questioning is just, maybe we have some viewers that, also don't know the exact rules. We like to make sure they're informed as well.
That was Dustin Hennigan on the single. No, I'm glad you asked the questions. And again, like you said, you never know who's watching, so it kind of helps explain it.
I know the basic baseball rules. It's where you get those little detailed, rules. And some of it, like I said, some of them have changed. And, that stuff's always changing.
Cannon Smith. A throw back to first. It's there in time.
Speaking of, there's talk of the shot clock entering the basketball.
I saw something about that, yeah.
Shout out to Corey Marshall's been calling for it for years that he wants it, but we'll see how far it goes. I think it's something that they will structure maybe down from the bigger schools down to the smaller just because of the cost.
Yeah.
But I think it would really help the game as far as, it gets you more used to that if you're going to go to the college level. You can't just run your possession for 3-4 minutes.
2-0 pitch. Ball grounded to third. They get the guy at second.
Oh, got it.
They got him at first. They come out, so a double play there by the Tigers, and so that will end the top half of the inning. We'll come back here for the bottom of the sixth. The Eagles on top, 17-6. We'll be right back here on Edison. All right, welcome back, folks and friends. Barry returns to the mound here for what could be the last bottom of the inning. Again, there's an 11-run lead now, right? So
it is 11 runs. Arp's chasing 2 just to keep the game going.
another reason I'm glad you're here, Brett. You can help us with tear down and go a little quicker.
I thought I'd just bounce,
Oh, no, the storm does come in.
No, I'll help
sure
you.
wanna
Actually,
do
I
that.
also brought our new case for one of our
Oh, yeah,
things.
well,
I'm gonna go ahead and do that while we're tearing down, and then I can just hand it over to you.
That's right. I'll take it. All right, so up at the plate, Brody McDowell. Yep.
Oh, jinx.
Jinx.
My bad. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out to the pitcher. Strike 1 swinging.
Good pitch here by Barry. Good cut there by McDowell. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Shot hit in center field. Oh, goodness. All right, so it was shallow center, so Hines made the scoop. He is really impressive there because he was going to have to stop and throw across his body, so he just flipped it over to Whitus, who was coming at the ball and made the throw. It was a little high, but so McDowell reached safely, but good effort.
Roll him up.
So running on first now.
Hey, guess what? Martins Mills good at baseball too. They won 13-3 and 9-6 tonight over Yantis.
Over Yantis, okay.
Yeah.
Or Jack Kinder committed.
Yeah.
Ball hit to shallow center.
Oh, lost his glove.
So Hines had to turn around and drop the ball, but they were able to scoop it up and get the lead runner at second.
Fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice, yeah, which that's an odd fielder's choice, right? To pop up to shallow outfield.
That's a bad spot for the runner to be in, right? So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just that's not a fielder's choice you see every day.
You play safe because you don't want to get doubled up.
Yeah, that's a kind of unique fielder's choice there.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
what do you do?
You're doomed either way.
Yeah. So all right, 1 out now. Runner on first. Here comes the pitch.
But I mean, I will say it was actually a good piece of hitting. He was patient. It was the off-speed pitch. He waited and brought his hands inside it. He was underneath it a little too much.
And again, I think this wind's a big factor. I think everything's dying once it gets to a certain height. Ball gets past the catcher. He goes in the dugout, so they'll give him second. They'll go ahead and send him to they'll send him to third.
Yeah, he should go to third.
Yeah, because he was almost there when it went in. So
yeah, he was stealing the base, and then once
so he had to jump. Yeah,
you get the extra base.
Yeah. So,
but you didn't get the extra base when it plugs into the padding.
No, because that's one of the field rules.
Okay, that's interesting. To me, that's the same thing. I mean, your ball gets
the difference of it is basically there's supposed to be just a solid wall here. That is an opening over there, so that's generally something they cover in the pregame at the plate meeting.
Okay.
So runner on third now, 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I don't remember which field it is, but they've got the center block facings, kind of like the openings over here. If it hits that flat spot of the center block, it's in the dugout according to them.
Wise makes the catch. Fly ball in the infield, and so that's 2 outs.
You're 1 out away from this being over, fellas.
Clobbering up, he is 1 for 1 with 2 walks and a single.
Good pitch here by Barry. The 0-1 pitch. Just outside.
What are you thinking right here if you're the batter, Jason, with this situation here?
It's 1-1 count. I'm thinking fastball's coming.
Good pitch.
That's a hard one to lay off of.
Yeah, it was.
2 balls, 1 strike.
You don't want to be too aggressive, I wouldn't think.
No, definitely you want something in your wheelhouse, something that you can drive.
That one's a little low, so it brings the count to 3-1. So you're definitely more selective now.
3-1 has got to be on a tee. And it's still something that you can take to where you want to take it because a fly out here is worthless too.
Called strike. Good pitch there by Barry.
And that was a good take, I think, because that was on the outer half, and all he'd had to do is kind of poke that the other way.
We'll do something here. Runner will be moving, so.
No, he shouldn't be moving at this point.
Well, yeah, I guess, with no force there.
And that one's going, no, not quite to the woods this time.
Yeah, no force, so he doesn't have to go. So. Well, in there, if you're at third, I mean, you're with 2 outs. You're going at the crack of the bat, right?
Crack of the bat,
yeah,
you're running.
rolling, yeah. Because even if it's hit towards you, you're payoff pitch.
Oh,
Called strike 3.
should be ball game.
Look for the official sign there.
I guess the official sign is they're lining up.
That is the official sign.
All right, so the final here in ARP, the Tatum Eagles 17, the ARP Tigers 6. Again, it was a game that had a couple different momentum swings. Obviously, momentum went into Tatum's favor at first, but ARP made a good little push there in the 5th, and then
the errors
the
just
6th inning,
the errors just really hurt ARP. I mean, Jason, told us a while ago. I mean, they had a chance there when they got those runs. That they kind of threw themselves away back where they were after they got it, cut the lead 12-6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a manageable, had a chance.
I mean, I know I score tough and everything, but I have counted 9 errors on ARP.
Wow.
I'm sure I'll hear about that, but
But that's just something they're going to have to clean up as they move forward here. Where do you think that these two teams are sitting as far as district? I know Tatum's kind of at the top right now. Where do you think ARP is, Jason, as far as in the standings?
right now they're at the bottom.
But they've played Tatum.
But they're basically they have one of these the toughest starting schedules.
Yeah, you started with Troop, then went to Tatum, right?
And then they go to White Oak next.
Yeah. Yeah.
So ARP, I think, starts the toughest. I think Tatum actually starts the easiest.
Yeah.
But that's just how it goes. And depending on different things, of course, you have West Rusk has Tavares to pitch.
Yeah.
Troop has Graves. You've got all these different kids. So it's going to depend on who is the deepest pitching. White Oak always has something.
Yeah, that's the thing with White Oak. They're going to be competitive.
It's still hard for me to believe that White Oak is in the same. I feel like that they feel so much bigger, like they should be bigger, but they're not. It's weird.
They're kind of floating in that. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining us, Brett. Thanks for coming as tech support and then putting on the headset. And hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. And again, if you know anybody that would love to sponsor, please reach out. And again, let us know how we did. You can go back and view for a little bit on the game. Let us know and share the link. So again, thanks so much for Jaron Peoples, Jason Cavazos, and Brett Swinney. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a good night, folks.